Hey, all you Wookiees, how's it going? So, I think I briefly mentioned that I've been playing, I think it was on my Discord, that I've been playing Persona 5. I don't know if I actually made a video about it. Anyway, point being, um, there was a bit of a controversy surrounding Persona 5 and Royale. Um, and I thought I'd just test it for you guys because this is going to my sister's comment, by the way, in my Discord, is that this method doesn't work. Um, and I can clearly tell you it does. The only thing which I haven't tested because I'm not that far into the game, I'm actually just beat Kamoshida's Palace. That's how in the beginning I am. I'm only just beat Kamoshida's Palace, and I'm just found out a name for the next target, which is Madarame. Um, anyway, you guys can probably hear it in the background. So, a few things you're gonna need for this method. One, can't do it during the flu season, but I will test that 100% for you guys, and I'll make a video showing that. Um, but this video, I'm gonna show you guys the method how to level up. I started. Granted, I've only been. This is my third Reaper. And I started out at 15, and I jumped up to 42 or 47, and my character is now at 52. So I'm going to show you guys the level up, show you guys the method. Like, you don't need like a massive amount. I'll explain it as I'm playing it for you guys. Luckily, I can do this with one hand. I don't need two on my controller. So go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the camera, the TV now. All right. So here's Persona 5. Sorry for the finger. Not a naughty one, by the way. So that thing that's right there. Obviously, you guys can guess it's the Reaper. No sight, just two pistols. So what you're gonna want to do is when it comes to some of your characters, you just unless you have something that goes with all the characters, it's better just to kind of go through. I use persona. I do the personas method. So I just pick a really good high killing one, so or high damage output. So this one gives me high damage. So go ahead and just go in and burn it. And you see, I only do 39. Same thing with her. But here you actually have something really cool. You actually can do a what's called a Champions Cup, which obviously you see in the on the screen. You can use that, which it gives you health and attack up to 3 turns. So I kind of go with that versus using the other one. And then for him, he doesn't. This is a really good attack, by the way. I'll use this on. Sadly, it doesn't stack, so you're gonna want to just go ahead and use that. I'm gonna use that on him, and then. So here's what you want to do when you have these characters and you have these abilities. So you want to use dilapidate. Dilapidate, as if you guys can't read it, I'll read it to you. It decreases attack, defense, accuracy, evasion for one foe. So that's really devastating for the Reaper. And then after that, you want to go with concentrate, which will make your next attack, especially if it's magical, do double the damage. It even says that right there. It deals over double the damage. And luckily, the next attack I have is a magic attack, which is you'll know if it's a magic or not because it'll have SP. So I'll use this method. So right now I'm going to go ahead and go concentrate and go ahead and do that on my main character, which is Joker. And you can see he's going to still wreck you a bit. Now this is the part that gets annoying. Is if he does an extra turn and he does one, it just kills all your carries. You have to do this all over again. So this is the part that gets really annoying and really frustrates most people. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do... Don't need to do that. So I'm going to use this. Go ahead and... Now I'm going to use Deathbound. Typically it's really good, but now this is the part where you really want... I would say you can really see the max potential of this, which is use your magical ability. So this one is actually an almighty ability, which is kind of, if you want to think of it in Dark Souls terms, this is kind of like holy damage. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, damn. That's the first time that's ever happened. Missed. He must have known I was recording. So now that most of my characters are gone, I'm going to do concentrate again, if I survive. Okay. Well, this one you could do concentrate, but I'd rather not lose my turn. Give up the turn because I'm only got 189 HP left. So I'm just going to go ahead and do an attack. Which I'm still doing like 137. And it gives you 3 hits, so you think 137 per hit. So you're still doing decent amount of damage. That one doesn't. That was when I had my attack up. That's only like 90% 90 damage. But I personally like just if I'm alive, just keep on damaging him. Because so here's the nice thing. So I should have mentioned this in the beginning of the video. When you are playing this, you want to do this on easy mode, the easiest mode you can possibly do, because this is the only way you get to revive yourself in mid-battle. Because otherwise, you're going to have to restart over. You don't get this option on any other difficulty. So go ahead and you get revive right in the middle of the battle, and don't have to reset the fight. So this part is going to be the part that probably takes the longest. I do want to show you guys this fight in its entirety. So, this might take a little bit. Now, typically, if you have a good run, it should take you probably no more than maybe 10, 20 minutes, but we'll see how far. We'll see how we do. So we're going to go down again, Championship Cup. I'm going to give it to Joker. He doesn't really need the health, but he does need the attack up. Then I'm going to go to... you know, I'm not really going to waste that on him because, you know, it just doesn't do much damage for him. Like only 30 damage versus 25. Now, then, like I said, you want to dilapidate. Because I don't remember if I'm at that point, but I always like extending it anyway. Yeah, it reversed. So if it was still active on him, it would say extended, but it already it didn't. So if you get really lucky and you just do concentrate and everyone's actually able to dodge his attacks, it would be awesome, but that's not always going to be the case. Be sure to use your strongest attack. So here's what I'm saying. So here's HP, here's SP. HP would be more of your physical attacks versus what you're going to be using for your magical attacks. So, my strongest magical attack is this one. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now I'm going to go concentrate. Now, let's hope he doesn't kill me, because every time a lot of the times when I do all this, he kills me. I got it. If I survive the next round, if he doesn't have another turn. Yep, he's got another turn. And I died. So that's where it is annoying, is once you get yourself all beefed up and ready to go, he somehow pulls that off and then kills you. That's where this fight's going to take you the longest, because he will groundedly annoy you. Now, granted, you can do this with any characters you have. I mean, you only allow, like, I think 4 grand total. So, again, like, he doesn't have anything that really helps you. So, like I said, I just kind of go boom, boom. That's a championship cup for her. Boom. So I don't know how long this video will be, but I'm going to just show you guys this. Again, I wouldn't use Deathbound because it's really not that, doesn't really do that much damage to him. Although that's probably like, so go ahead and use, I personally prefer just using electrical, you know, get that little bit up there. Now I'm going to go dilapidate. So you see right there, it says extended. So I already had it, but I don't know how many more turns it would be before I get it gets worn off, and it really helps with the damage. So it's going to be a 50% 50-50 risk when you do this method, because he either will kill you or he won't. Again, I don't need, so I go ahead and do my heavy attack, which for her, if you have anything that gives you fire, boost your fire or burn, keep it, because that's pretty much her go-to attack. It's all fire. His, I think, is like, starts out with electricity. So whatever characters gets, stick with. Now for mine, I already have dilapidate on. Go ahead and go concentrate. That way you got that damage already there. If he does more than 1 concentrate, that's actually pretty good for you. But even when he does concentrate, because I have dilapidate on him, he can't do as much damage, and it's not as accurate. Mona's actually kind of funny. He's like, oh, I'll just hide back here and I'll help, but it doesn't really help. So, just to make sure I have enough attack, make sure I have the attack power, I go ahead and do this. So when it's my turn, I have the power. And I do that. Now, here comes where all your hard work goes if you ever get this turn. Now, I'm using the DLC. I think you get a couple personas when you get Persona 5 Royal. So I'm using Izumi no Okakami Pekiro, whatever. I can't pronounce it. I'm not good at that. So go ahead and choose the Myriad Truths. Hit him and watch the damage output. 460 per hit. So that's 3 times he hits. That's 460 damage per hit. Now, the damage will go up significantly when you level up more. And I think with Persona, like, if you go into a fight or a stage where the character character joins you, it gets duplicated. Now, you may have to do this method a couple times, like once or twice, if you are going to level them up maxed out. Now, maxing out your character, like you see, I'm already he's half health now, or damn near close. So I'm going to do the championship cup again. And then I'm going to go and do that. Boom. I'm going to make sure he's dilapidated. Now, this is the one part that's either a 50-50 chance it'll hit. Now, if you have at least one character who's still alive, go ahead and do concentrate. The only reason you don't want to do concentrate is if you are by yourself and just do as much damage as you can. That's the main goal here, is to do damage. But if he does this, it's a chance you die. So that's a risk you gotta take. I wish I had a tripod I could just set my phone up on, but I don't have one. This is where sometimes he gets really annoying and obnoxious, as he just does these attacks one after another. I think it's a little bit ridiculous. Alright. So, oh no, I don't want to guard. I know you're tempted to go and give it to one of the other characters, right? But you really should put it on your most powerful character. Right now I'm using Joker's powerful personas, so... now I'm probably going to risk... because it says the Reaper's attack. So right there, it's down, down. So I'm not going to worry about dilapidate. I'm just going to go right to concentrate. And he just took a little bit of he took some of my SP and gave it to himself. Jerk. Now you don't need to do that, so we give her. Boom. Now there are methods where you actually can max out your character. You can do an attack of raise your attack power to all three your characters, but I don't have that ability unlocked yet. Alright, now that we've concentrated, again, see? Almost dead. I got one more turn left in me, and we're about almost 20 minutes into the video, so... just rinse and repeat this method of how you're doing it, because like I said, you want to dilapidate, concentrate, then your attack. And make sure you... oh, I'm sorry. Attack up, dilapidate, concentrate. And this is where it's going to get irritating. By the way, do not even attempt, like if somehow there's an ability where you can knock down your enemies, don't even try it on the Reaper. You cannot take him in as a persona. I mean, it would be kind of cool if you could, but no. So with her, again, championship. Make sure you put it on Joker, because he's the one that has the strongest personas right now. I know it's a little unfair, but whatever. And then whatever attack you want to use for him. Now, normally, I would just do concentrate, but I kind of want to end the battle. And I'll do concentrate just to make sure he dies. Oh, dilapidate wear off. That's all right. See, there was the risk. That's why this video might go a little longer than 20 minutes. Because out of all of them, Reaper is one of the more unpredictable enemies to go for, because he has so many turns. Like, he's like, oh, one more. Oh, one more. I mean, Mona, when she goes down, I really don't care, because Mona doesn't really do much damage for me. Attack up. Dilapidate. I mean, you might be tempted just to go and... You know, you could just attack him too. But here's the problem when you do that. That little bit of health he doesn't have, that he has, will turn rear. Can be one hit or it could be multiple hits. So no, I'm not even gonna do concentrate. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. There we go. So right at 20 minutes, guys. It takes you 20 minutes right now. Here's the cutscene. So you get 98 every time you kill a Reaper. You get 98,250 XP. Good luck trying to do that and just playing the main game. You ain't gonna happen. Then you get 5,355 money or cash, whatever you want to call it. And then you always get a divine pillar. I don't know why. I wound up having so many of them. So then 60. Remember I told you I was at 52 when I did this. So I jumped all the way up to 60 now. And I just started doing the level up method. Okay? You know, you also, whatever persona you have will also be increasing every time you use it. Sadly, I don't know if I'm going to be using the method to level up every persona. I mean, there's so many good personas. Like I was like adamant. I gotta use Arsene, but Arsene, let's just say it'd take forever to do it with him. Now, so you don't. I'm gonna put this out there. You don't have to do this method. You don't. You want to play the game traditional. You don't want to max your characters out. That's up to you. I personally like maxing my characters out. That way I don't have to do it. I'm lazy. But that's the method, guys. That's all you have to do. It takes you 20 minutes per run. So to get up this far, you're looking at 20, 30, 40, 60, like an hour. Just to get this done. Now, it might take you, the higher you go, the quicker this helps. So, because I think the Reaper, every time you see him, he takes a little portion, he gets closer. I think he's like 10 levels above whatever level you're at. I don't know. I've never looked at it. But he, it is just, no matter if you get up to 99 even, he still gives you 98,000 XP. So you'll be able to max out all your characters that you get in the game. I think there's like one additional character in Royal. There are a lot of differences in Royal than, at least from what I played so far, than the first game, which is actually nice in some ways. But I wanted to share this method with you so it cuts through the red tape and I debunk all the people who are saying, well, it won't work. The only thing, as far as I can research, and I will test this again, make a video and test it for you, is, as far as I know, is when it's flu season, you do this method, it will not instantly kill the Reaper. The only way you're going to kill the Reaper is, again, just by fighting it. Again, recap what you need. 1, you need to play this on the easiest difficulty so you can have yourself ultimate limited revives, pretty much unlimited continues. 2, you need to have a persona which has multiple attacks. I recommend the one I was using is Zumi, whatever, Picaro. Then make sure you have if you don't, you probably won't have dilapidated right off the bat, but you're gonna want to use dilapidated, and then you want to use some kind of attack buff, and then use the one attack I was using. Now again, I just picked up Royale, so if it's already on the game, just go ahead and get it. one of the characters. I mean, one of the personas is the personas you get are from the DLCs. You don't pay for them the first time. You actually just grab them. At any level, by the way, you can get them as early as level 1. As soon as you can start getting personas, you can grab them. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys stay to the full 25 minutes of the video, you're awesome. Hope to see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any other video suggestions, please let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.